I will say, I think to start, that leadership is emotional contagion.
I have one question is, so how do you build the optimistic teams? You talked about being optimistic, not
Mm.
being Pollyanna, you seeing the problem. So you have a team and they have all these issues. Like how do you keep that optimism and realism moving towards your team to keep everybody toward the same goal?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a really important question. I will say, I think to start, that leadership is emotional contagion. So your team will mirror what you model. So the first step is to really approach the day with an optimistic attitude and an optimistic spirit. What we've been talking about today, a lot of that. So it's creating a culture where people feel safe to acknowledge those challenges and look for solutions. Creating a culture where it's okay to try. And even if you fail, acknowledge that failure isn't the finish line. We can pivot, we can pick up, and we can keep going. It's about turning the question of we can't into, well, how could we? And again, the yet. No, I don't have the answer yet. So you start modeling those tiny shifts in language, and then you start turning those dead ends into opportunities, and you start changing the challenges and the obstacles into springboards, right? And that can completely change the energy in the room. So as a leader, when you're staying grounded, when you're staying hopeful, when you're staying open, even when things are uncertain, you're teaching your team to do the same. We know that optimism doesn't erase problems, but it does change how we approach them, and that can make all of the difference. People don't follow leaders who have all of the answers. Nobody has all of the answers, right? But I think they follow leaders who have belief, and that is belief in the team, belief in the mission, and belief that better is possible, and then the courage to take the steps to get there.